Hey, welcome to the Explainer. So, are you tired of getting those generic, kind of uninspired answers from ChatGPT? Well, you're in the right place, because we're going to take you from basic to brilliant in just the next few minutes.
You know the feeling, right? You ask for an email or a summary or an idea, and what you get back is, okay, it's fine, but it's not great, is it? And look, you're not alone here. So many users feel like they're just scratching the surface, getting these bland, unhelpful answers that need a ton of work.
But here's the thing. What if you could consistently get results that are rich, structured, and actually useful right away? The secret? It's not some hidden feature or a fancy software upgrade. It's all about how you ask. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll kick things off with the problem and the promise, then get a quick look at how the AI actually works. After that, we'll dive into the prompting playbook and then the really fun part, how to build your own personal AI so you can start creating.
All right, first up, the problem and the promise. Let's dig into what's holding us back and what's really possible here.
So the promise here is really simple. We want to move past that feeling of, frustration with getting these generic answers and get to a place of empowerment where you can create exactly what you need right when you need it.
Okay, section 2. How does this thing actually work? Because, to really drive this thing well, we got to take a quick peek under the hood.
The best way to think about this is not like a search engine that knows stuff. It's more like a super advanced autocomplete. It's literally just a pattern matcher. It's designed to predict the next most likely word, which is exactly why the thoughts you give it to start with are so incredibly important.
Okay, this is really important. We have to understand its limits. But here's a different way to look at them. Don't think of them as bugs. Think of them more as, features of the system. When the AI hallucinates or makes stuff up, it's because it's predicting what sounds right, not pulling a fact from some database. And again, this is why your instructions are the key to everything. All right, this is the core of it all. Section 3, the prompting playbook. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of how you master the perfect prompt to get exactly what you want every single time. Okay, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? On one side, a vague request like summarize meeting notes gets you this generic blob of text, but on the other, when you actually direct the AI with specific steps, summarize in one paragraph, then list the speakers, then list the action items, boom, you get a structured, actually useful output. See, you've gone from just asking to directing. So I want you to think about this like you're following a recipe. The more specific you are with your ingredients and the steps, the better the final dish is going to be, right? It's the same here. Following these 4 simple steps, being specific, giving it a persona, providing examples, and telling it the format you want, this will totally change your results. Okay, let's look at a perfect example of this in action. Notice what's happening here. It's not just asking for a list of things to do in Paris, it's giving the AI a role, act as a travel guide. It's defining the audience, a family with young kids. That one little shift completely transforms the output from just a boring list of facts into a helpful, friendly, and totally tailored itinerary. All right, ready to level up? Let's get into Section 4, building your own personal AI. Because if you have a paid account, you don't have to just talk to the generic AI. You can actually build your own specialized versions. And this is a complete game changer. It transforms the tool from this, general-purpose assistant into your own personal expert. Think about it. It's like having an assistant that you've personally trained on the exact stuff you work with every single day.
And the best part? It's surprisingly easy. You don't need to know any coding, not a single line. You literally just walk through these steps and tell the GPT builder what you want it to do, just using plain English. You're basically defining its personality and its purpose, just like we did when we were crafting that perfect prompt. But honestly, the real magic, the most powerful part of this whole thing, is uploading your own data. Just imagine an HR assistant that is trained only on your company's policy handbooks. Or maybe a study buddy that only uses your professor's lecture notes to quiz you for an exam. This is how you give the AI its own custom brain, full of your specific information. Okay, final section, your turn to create. We're going to bring all this together now and really make that shift from being just a user to being an architect.
So, if you take one thing away from this explainer, it's this. Great inputs lead to great outputs. You are the one in control. We've gone from just being a casual user to being a power user. You now know how to craft these super precise prompts, and you even know how to build a custom AI agent with its own unique knowledge base. You're not just using the tool anymore. You're shaping it for a specific purpose. So now the question is, with this control,
what are you going to create first? Think about some repetitive task you do at work, or maybe a personal project that's really complex. How could a custom AI assistant, one that's guided by your expertise and your data, totally change how you get it done? The potential here is just massive, and now it's in your hands. That's all for this explainer.